Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We all agree that, in fact, two very important choices in life that we need to have adequate information, guidance on how to execute these two choices. They are lifelong choices that we can't just look at what everybody is doing and get affected by that one and decide to let what is the status quo affect our choice. The choice of profession and the choice of a partner. Who to become your husband and who to become your wife. For the choice of profession, in one way or the other, we would have found ourselves on the one particular route that led to our current state here in this university. But for the choice of a partner, we still have some few steps to take. It is in that direction that I think it is prudent for us to share experience as our zakat from the mistakes we made, and then also from the successes, the correct steps we took in making our life partner choices. We need to share it with you. And more especially in the contemporary world, that a huge war has been staged against marriage and against the family institution. In such a contemporary world, we definitely need to guide you, my sister, and you, my brother, as to how to make a choice in order to achieve your vision in this world and also in the hereafter. Till the 1960s, then the concept of feminism started emerging, and that affected the family structure. It went further to affect what? Marriages and so forth and so on. So the anti-marriage movement that started in 1960s somewhat motivated the feminists to actually sacrifice marriage for female independence. Marriage was to be restructured to ensure female independence. And in the course of doing that one, the basic pillars and the basic building blocks that Islam had actually carefully woven around the family structure to motivate each family member to ensure that this institution is protected, they broke them one by one to the extent that nobody has the passion and has the will to marry now in the so-called advanced countries. Gone are the days when we were very young. People went to UN, got plenty money to come and spread the concept of family planning. And they will draw billboard, one lady, one man with only 2 children, motivating us never to give birth. These same countries are now in their countries struggling to give allowances to people who give birth. Why? Because their own human concept led to the demotivation in building what? Marriage and the family structure. Nobody wants to marry. People are dying, leaving their companies, willing it to their dogs and also their cats, and nobody wants to spend time, according to them, struggle and toil to take care of what? Children. Everybody wants to enjoy life, and for that matter, nobody is ready. Against their own campaign, now in their countries, if you give birth to a child, you have a unique allowance, a unique salary. And they motivate you. The more you can give birth, the more happier they are. So whatever be the case, if you go against the life principles that Allah Azza wa Jal has enacted and enshrined in the Holy Quran, sooner or later you will come to see the consequences of it. 1 out of 2 marriages contracted in the Western world will definitely come to an end. There will be divorce. To understand this war, look at your psychology books, look at your sociology books, and then see whether you will find a chapter that is called marriage. But for the development of every society, definitely the unit of that particular community, the unit of the nation, that is the family, it should be treated in the universities. Look at this particular water before you produce the water. For who to drink? For human being to drink. Where you are going to produce the water will have certain standard operation procedures, regulations and guidelines that you need Food and Drug Board to come and check that particular place before you will have a unique number from Food and Drug Board that will be attached to this one, from Standard Board that will be attached to this one, before you will be allowed to produce this one. But tell me, if you want to produce a child, who comes to check? Who comes to check your house? Who comes to check the certificate that you have to see whether you are qualified to be able to produce the house? The bed that you are using, the house, the room that you find yourself, is it qualified for the production of a child? Nothing is being done about that one. Nothing. You see the mentality.